everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be making my spread for Christmas week without using a single sticker. Instead I'm going to be using my favourite scrapbook paper. I've got this Kaisercraft First Noel paper pad and I'm planning to use 2 sheets from it. This one with all these little icons and also this one with the tiny snowflakes. I'll also be bringing in some washi tape as well, so if you're interested in seeing how it all works out, then stay tuned. I've been planning this spread for a while. It's going to be an ornament spread. I last did one of these in 2020. Here it is, where I actually used some peel-off stickers and peel-off alphabet letters combined with a few Happy Planner stickers to make this really lovely spread. But today, as I say, I'm going to make my spread without using a single sticker. So let's get started. I have this circles template from Fiskars. I do actually have a circle cutter, but I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and draw around the circles. I always draw them on the reverse side of the paper, so I'm going to turn it over. And I know that I want at least 4 circles. Possibly 5, so I'm going to see how many I can get. If you do 1 in each corner, there should be a little bit of space in the middle. It might have to be a smaller circle. So I could just about get the same size or go for one that's a little bit smaller. I think we'll do the same size, and then if I don't like it, I can always cut a smaller one. So that's how you get your 5 circles out of 1 6x6 piece of scrapbook paper. Now I'm going to cut out some of the images from this sheet to put inside the baubles. I've cut out the baubles and I'm just going to stick each of the images on to the bauble like that. So now it's time to start making the spread, and I need to decide how I'm going to place these. I want to have the angel on Christmas Day. I'm wondering if I can fit all 5 on by cutting one in half. I'm not sure how that would look, but then I would get all of them on the same page. I might be able to do that by chopping it here so that I don't actually chop the image of the king, although then he might have his face punched out. So I'm not really sure what to do. And do I want them hanging in a V, or do I want to have it more like this? I think I prefer that layout, and I'm going to try and push this one over to this side as much as possible and see how that works. So let's get sticking. First though, I'm thinking of bringing in some gold foil washi. If you can't bring in a bit of foil and glitter on Christmas week, then I don't know when you can. Sorry about the glare. I think I'll start with the middle one. And try to make sure that the holes are not going to punch anywhere too important. It's always tricky when you're overlapping the 2 halves of the page. I usually turn over and cut down the middle. Let's put this one a little bit higher. And have the angel, I think, a little bit lower here. And then we'll put this one up high and this one low. I'm not too sure about the foil washi at the moment. I've got this glitter washi that I thought might be able to be used for the strings of the baubles. I think that goes. This came from Happy Planner, one of their skinny washi sets. That's very pretty. So I'm finally quite organised for Christmas now this year. My tree is all up, thanks to a friend who kept checking to see if I'd got it up. And finally I did. I have been feeling a little bit bar humbug this year about Christmas. It's a bit gloom and doom here in the UK at the moment. We've got strikes all over the place. Nurses strike, postal strike, ambulance strike, rail strike, you name it, we've got it all over Christmas. So far I've received just one Christmas card through the post because we haven't had post for such a long time. And I'm still waiting for my sticker books to arrive from Amber Plans a Day and from Jessica, Live Love Posh. Don't know if they will now be here in time for Christmas. Oh, this one does not want to stick. No. This glitter washi is not the stickiest of washies I've ever had. I'm wondering whether to bring in this new plaid washi that I bought. The colour matches, but it's a little bit wide, so I'm thinking about using my cutter to trim it down. I've got a Fiskars paper trimmer, and you can put the washi on it and trim it down to the size that you want. Not sure how much I'm going to need. And then you end up with thinner strips. So I'm not sure what I want to do with it, whether I want to use it to make boxes, or I was thinking maybe some headers for these boxes here. I want to keep this fairly simple. I'm not going to be writing too much on it. What I do like to do on Christmas week is make sure that I write down a little bit for memory keeping rather than all my to-dos. So I do need to make sure I've got room to do that. So I'm thinking, let's just try a piece here, see what I think. And I'm wondering about maybe alternating it. So let's just see. It's going to be quite a symmetrical spread, this, I think, because that's what I like. I'm going to keep going. I'm not 100% sure, but there is a little flaw in this washi set where the pattern merges a little bit. I'm going to let that go, I think, although eagle-eyed viewers may look at the end of the video when I show the final spread to see if I've swapped it out. It just depends how much it annoys me. So it looks like I'm not going to be making any boxes with the washi, just using the boxes that we've got on the paper. You don't actually need boxes at all. You've got them there on the paper. So you can avoid using stickers. Apart from using washi to make boxes, the other thing you can do when you're doing a no sticker spread is just to draw your boxes with a felt pen. I know some planners who do that, saves them a fortune on buying sticker books. Okay, I'm not sure if this is too symmetrical now, but we're going to keep going. And I've got a few more icons from that scrapbook paper sheet to add. I've got all these that are left. I've cut them all out. It did take a little bit of time as they were quite fiddly, and now I'm just going to scatter them around the spread, and I think I'm going to keep it as simple as that. I was initially thinking about using the checklist lines, but I did that last week and I do like to vary it, so I think I will just add these and I think we will be done. As I said, I was feeling a little bit bar humbug, but we have a Father Christmas who comes around the street. It's a charity thing to collect money, and I thought he probably wasn't going to come because we'd had snow, and of course snow in this country causes complete and utter chaos and everything stops. So when I heard the Christmas music play, I got very excited, even at my age, that he had managed to make it around our snowy street, even though the postman can't get round our snowy street. And after he'd gone, I got out all my Christmas things, put some Christmas music on, and got everything done. I finished my Christmas shopping online, so that was all sorted too, and even managed to find a present for my mum, who is really difficult to buy for. Every year she says, I don't want anything. But this year, unfortunately, there'd been a little bit of an accident and I had tripped over her lamp that she uses when she does quilting, and it broke. And she didn't think that she would be able to find another one. And she was right, there was nothing like the one she had because it's more of an old-fashioned bulb type. But I did manage to do some research and find some videos on YouTube, so I got her to watch them to see if it looked as though it would be a good lamp for her. And she seemed quite excited by it, so that was ordered and hopefully will arrive in time for Christmas. So that made me very happy. I don't know about you, but I enjoy giving presents more than getting presents, and it's always really frustrating if you just don't know what to get somebody. Going to be a little bit fussy and white out some of these lines using my Uniball Signo. I hope that you are all organised for Christmas if you celebrate and have managed to find gifts for those you love. It can be really tricky. One thing I would say about cutting out all these little pieces from the scrapbook piece of paper is that I wish I had, I think it's a Xyron machine. It's a little handheld device that is a sticker maker, and you just can run the little scrapbook pieces through and it puts adhesive on the back. So that's something I might add on to my wish list for next year, because it was quite fiddly using the tape runner on such small pieces, and especially when they have little bits sticking out, it's quite hard to do. So I saw it on Amazon a few years back, whether they still do it, but I think it was Xyron, as I say, and it was called, I think, a sticker maker. So I shall do some more research on that, and obviously if I buy it I will show you how I use it. But as I do use scrapbook paper a lot in my spreads, it might be a useful purchase for me. I think we're nearly done. I can't add any quotes or headers because I'm not using any stickers, so if I want them I'll have to write them. I do think I will add some lines, not the check boxes, but just some lines to write on. And once again, the checklist stencil seems to add something to a spread and brings it to life. I feel like you can't see the outline of the baubles very clearly, so I think I may go around that with pen. I'm thinking it might be nice to do some writing just around the edges of each of the baubles. I'm back to show you how it looks with a few changes that I talked about. So I outlined the baubles just to make them stand out a bit more. I added some lines from Christmas carols around the edge. And I'm afraid the gold foil washi at the top had to go. It was just too glaring. So I substituted it with this more muted glitter washi. I really love it, and I wonder if it's going to make it into my top 12 spreads of 2022. Remember to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to be notified as soon as I upload that video. Hope you have a great week, happy planning, take care, and see you soon.